And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to be having a look at the open border policy that the Tories are obviously running, and it gets worse and worse and worse on a daily basis. Now this is an article that says that the UK's natural population will decline from 2025, but mass migration, which is what I've said was the biggest problem for this country for a while, not the dinghy dodgers, will see numbers soar. The UK Office for National Statistics has predicted that the country will see a 5.6 million, let that sink in, 5.6 million migrants settle in the country over the next decade, propping up a population that would otherwise be failing due to deaths outstripping births. Now, nowhere in this article does it say the reason for this reduction in our population, but I would like to state it's probably feminism telling young girls that career is more important than family, and that bringing up a family is oppressive, and all of the rest of the rhetoric these idiots come out with, because that's what it is, and numerous other factors. This is expected long-term migration. 5.6 million people will immigrate long-term to the UK, according to figures released by the Office for National Statistics on Wednesday. The government body also reported that it expected more deaths than births to occur in the country within the same period, meaning that the nation's overall expected growth rate of 3.2% will be entirely fueled by inward migration. Entirely fueled by inward migration. Now, this is something that they've said isn't happening, obviously, and it does prove why we will never ever have anything other than an open border with the two main parties in, because they need that number to stay the same amount, i.e. how many people are being born to how many are dying, to keep taxes at the same level, which is exactly what the politicians all see us as. We're numbers on a spreadsheet, everyone. If you think you're anything more other than that to them people, you're fooling yourself. Now, obviously, this is fueling the mass migration, is it not? This is why we've got mass migration. And if you don't believe me, here's an ideal scenario. This is in regards to the social care and health and care visa scheme, which has been expanded to enable them to hire people to cover the care workers, care assistants and home care workers that they've just forced into unemployment because of no jibby jabbies. Now, this is to cover that, and it will probably be to cover the NHS shortfall as well, which will also mean roughly about 250,000 new people coming into the country just to fill those gaps that they themselves, the government, have created, in my honest opinion. And here's another one. Asylum seekers now can work in care homes after Priti Patel rule change. Asylum seekers who have waited more than a year for a decision can now work to help ease the care home recruitment crisis. There is no recruitment crisis. You just got rid of 60,000 care home workers because they didn't get a jibby jabby. Even though the jibby jabby doesn't stop you getting it, doesn't stop you passing it on. It's great, isn't it? 32,000 asylum seekers who have been waiting more than 12 months are now eligible for jobs that they've sacked other people for. And do you think they will be forcing them on a mandatory vaccination? Do you think they'll be forced to get the jibby jabby before they can pick up that job? No, I don't think so either. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm so animated about this. It's because what we should be promoting is a higher birth rate, and you do that by promoting family. Don't believe me? There are other nations that are doing just that. One of them being Hungary and Orban, the other being Salvini. As he said, substituting 10 million Italians with migrants is insane, and he backs family-friendly policies instead, i.e. rewarding you for having children. This is the way forward if you want to keep your country, in my honest opinion. But I'd like to know yours. I mean, he's saying that they're going to have to get in 10 million people. Well, that would actually mean that we should just, I don't know, restrict the amount of abortions, or incentivize having larger families, or any of the other family-friendly policies. Let me know what you think, though. Do you think that's the way forward, or do you think we should just fling the border open like the Tories and Labour seem to want to do instead? Much easier to do it that way, isn't it, than, as the Tories like to say, level up their own country? Let me know if you think I'm wrong. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out. Stay sane. See you on the next one.